Mindset, blessed love, manners, and respect. Want to greet the item in the divine name of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I the First, and also Empress Menen the First. Holy Emmanuel I, King Selassie I, Jah, Rastafari. One more day above ground, brothers and sisters, as the item know. Life is our ultimate position. And nothing no greater than that, no matter what go on, another day we above ground. Alright. So we want to look upon a very interesting article that I've come across. And it's an event that took place. I think it was on the 4th of August. Zin at King's House, Jamaica. Now, what we're actually looking at, Zin, it's the Rastafari benevolent community. Alright. We can see by the article that they are being granted 2 properties, and we're gonna get into that article. And there's a few interesting things then that we want to outline and highlight. Okay, yeah. But before so, I would love the item to please push the like button. Please like, share, the comment also, and share among the item families and friends. All right. These things are imperative, so we have to get the thing them out there. Okay? So, we have our brand new EP out right now on all social platforms and also all music platform. Alright? We're talking about the Jah Consuming Fire EP. And we're pushing, the title song of the EP right now, which is titled Jah Consuming Fire, featuring myself and Empress Matiposa. If they them haven't come across it yet, as I say, it's on all digital music platform. Here is just a sneak peek of it. The item can go and check it out. All right. Let God arise and all his enemies be scattered. Let those who hate him flee before him. As smoke is driven away, drive them away. As wax melt before the fire, so let the wicked perish at the presence of God. But let the righteous be glad. Let they sing, rejoice before God.
Jaja fire,
Jaja fire,
consuming fire,
consuming fire,
Jaja fire, Jaja fire, blazing higher,
blazing higher,
Jaja fire,
Jaja fire,
consuming fire,
consuming fire,
Jaja fire, Jaja fire, blaze vampire.
Early one uprising,
Uprising.
Listen to the birds them sing,
Birds them sing.
Giving thanks, praise and ting.
Praise and
To
ting.
hail Selassie I the King. Oh, what a joy he bring.
Joy and
Yes, Rastafari. So let God arise and all his enemies be scattered. Be scattered. Flee, flee, flee. Go and check it out. It's out right now. Right here on the YouTube on my artist page and on all other platforms. All right. Yeah. So let's get into the reasoning, the article that we see here online. All right. I think it's very interesting, to say the least. I think it's a good gesture by the Jamaica government. Alright, it's a good gesture, looking out for the elders. The elders are imperative, they're important. You know what I mean? So when we see they're looking out for the elders, you know what I mean, we have to commend them on that. We have to commend them on that. that is something good. All right, yeah, that is something good. Anyone said something other than that, then I don't know, but that is a good gesture. All right, to give or transfer properties to the Rastafari community because of the incident that took place 1963 Coral Garden. I'm sure that may ring a few bells in the item head. So anyway, make we get in at the article. The Jamaican government has transferred 2 property in Albion St. James to the Rastafari Coral Garden Benevolent Society, which will be developed to house a permanent elder care home for members of the Rastafari community. Elders care, that sounds familiar. Anyway, let's continue. The land transfer ceremony held at the office of the Prime Minister in King's House in Kingston on Monday is part of a broader program of reconciliation with the Rastafari community in recognition of the atrocity committed against members in Coral Gardens in 1963. Several persons were killed and maimed during a violent altercation between police and the Rastafarians. Minister of Culture and Gender, Entertainment and Sport, Honorable Olivia Grange, said that for more than half a century, the Rastafarians have lived with a physical and psychological and emotional scars of what happened in Easter 1963 at Coral Garden. She noted that in April 2017, the Prime Minister, Dr. Andrew Holness, decided to do the right thing by taking responsibility for things that happened before he was born, apologizing for what happened in Coral Gardens and pledging to ensure that we set the right things. This commitment to do the right thing led to establishment of a trust fund for victims of the incident in 2019. Minister Grange said that 122 million Jamaican dollars has been contributed to the fund, which has been administered for the benefit of the 35 survivors. So the government, along with the Rastafari Coral Garden Benevolent Society, we established a temporary elders home to provide shelter, medical care, and general support for those most in need, she pointed out. The minister noted that the land being transferred will continue to offer support to Rastafari elders in need of care, even after all the Coral Garden survivors have passed. She said it will serve as a reminder of the covenant between the state and Rastafari, marking a new relationship characterizing by respect and dignity. We are together building a foundation for Rastafari to develop and thrive in ways that reflect the Jamaican value, Jamaican culture and aspiration. where all will be treated equal. Today marks a significant milestone in our nation's journey towards healing and reconciliation, the minister added. In this remarks, the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of National Security, Dr. Horace Chang, noted that the provision of lands to the Rastafari community is a critical step in addressing historical wrongs and creating a foundation for growth and empowerment of the Rastafari movement, culture, and community. He added that as a member of Parliament for St. James Northwest, the Coral Garden community, including its painful history, is close to him. Despite the hand dealt, Rastafari has not only survived but preserve in pursuit of recognition, justice, and respiratory healing. It's a testimony to your strength, courage, dignity, and enduring spirit. I am proud to have been a steadfast supporter of the respiratory justice program, Chang affirmed. He said he is looking towards seeing the land develop not only as a home for elders but also the vibrant center of Rastafari culture, life, education, and development to become a cradle for the transformation of knowledge. Commissioner of Lands and Cherries, Commissioner of Land Cherry Walcott, in her address, explained that following the signing of the transfer document today, she will take custody of both copies, and the transfer will send to the stamp office for stamping that allow us to register the transfer and the title. Once that transfer come back from the stamp office, we will register it at the title office, which falls under my portfolio, and that will be the final step. Once registration is effective, you become the legal owner of the property, she outlined. So that is the Rastafari Coral Garden Benevolent Community Organization, in the RCGBS. Alright, so the Rastafari community will be the legal owner of the property, she outlined. She added that within a 4 to 6 week period, all requests administrative duty should be concluded, and the title handed over to the society. The secretary of the RCGBS, Pamela William, in her remarks, thanked the government for fulfilling its promise to the community. It has been a long-waited, but we give thanks for our persistence and for Minister Grange courtesy of spirit. I truly need to pay tribute to that. It is not her alone, but we have been convinced convinced of her genuine approach to the request that we have been making, Williams said. And that is the end of quote. The item can leave the item remarks or the item comment in the comment section. Right. Interesting as the item and can see on the thumbnail here. Zine. The thumbnail here is saying free house for Rastafari elders by Jamaican government. And at the end, I want to go home to Africa. Now, the interesting thing is that what about going back to Africa? What about reparation and all of that? I know this is a good gesture. I'm not knocking it or anything like that at all. But what about the rest of things then that that need to be done where Rastafari is regarded? Like the agitation towards the crown of England, for reparation and repatriation and compensation. Those things need to be added also in the thing. Yeah, man, them something they need for go in the thing too. I think those things are more imperative than a lot of other things. This is very imperative, giving a home where elders can get medical assistance and treatment. That is imperative. That is important. That is great. But all the other things that Rastafari as a community, and as a people that has been agitating for, Rastafari is not just an indigenous culture to Jamaica. You understand, where it's like a heritage site, for Rastafari. You know what I mean? Rastafari within Jamaica is more than that. The Rastafari community in Jamaica don't desire to live in Jamaica. You know what I mean? They're only doing what they're only doing what they can and accepting what is there. You know what I mean? And who can do better is always doing better, is always going to Africa. But what about these things that the Rastafari community have been agitating for years, which is very central to the Rastafari movement, back to Africa. Marcus Garvey is a Pan-African, and Pan-Africanism or Pan-African is a central and very vocal part of the Rastafari inception. And Marcus Garvey was always agitating for back to Africa, and the Rastafari community has also adopted that slogan, or saying that yes, we have to go home to Africa. Africa for the Africans, home and abroad, born and unborn. We have, come to acknowledge that yes, we are all Africans, and we were born on the island of Jamaica. Yes, but we are Africans by blood. You understand? By blood we are Africans. It's not by geographic. You understand? We are Jamaicans by geographics, because we born on the island of Jamaica, but we are Africans by blood. So it's necessary that we return home to Ethiopia, Africa, because that is where we belong. That is our home. You know what I mean? I don't know if this is something to keep us in on the island, when everyone know that the Rastafari community want to see the Africans return home to their indigenous home, which is Akabulan, Africa, Ethiopia. See, not the island. The island is for some other indigenous people, and we should respect that, regardless of how many years that we have occupied the island. For years, due to colonialism and imperialism and slavery, the transatlantic slavery. You know what I mean? Many of us have occupied the land due to those circumstances. You know what I mean? And many of us have been on the land prior those transatlantic atrocities. Okay? So it's an overstanding, but as I say, we are Africans by blood, not by geographic as we are Jamaicans. See? So, Africa for the Africans, home and abroad, born and unborn. Alright? Reason with me in the comment section. As I said, it's a good, great gesture. It's a wonderful thing that they done. I think they just need to continue on these things that I'm outlining. You know what I mean? The reparation, the repatriation, and the compensation. You know what I mean? Those are the things now that need to follow up. Yeah. So, manners and respect, peace and love. Reason with me in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts and views on what's been said here today. Alright. Holy Emmanuel I, King Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. Cut and clear, jinns and snare, pollution the atmosphere.
Smash that subscribe button. See you on the next video. I just start the mindset.